Tonight, live from Brigham Young University, the four fundamental forces go head-to-head in the ultimate physical science throwdown. It's every force for himself tonight, folks. Our first contender reaches through the immensity of space, his iron grip holding every moon, planet, and star in orbit, eon after excruciating eon. Give it up for the long arm of Newton's most famous law, gravity! Our next ferocious force earned his name crushing the heart of every atom into unimaginably dense nuclei. Grinding protons and neutrons together in his tenacious clutches, bow down before the strong nuclear force! But remember, wherever you find the strong nuclear force, you will find his arch nemesis, the insidious silent destroyer, the transmuter of quarks, the master of radioactive decay. Tremble before the dark wrath of the weak nuclear force! Finally, please welcome the electric love crackling between every proton and electron, the magic within every covalent and ionic bond, the ridiculously attractive yet strangely repulsive electromagnetic force!
Listen to that crowd, Brad. I don't think we've seen anything more polarizing than the electromagnetic force in the history of physics.
You're absolutely right, Al. He's electrifying, and though the electromagnetic force is most famous for his white-hot lightning bolts and the magical magnetic charm he has on metals, he plays a much larger role behind the scenes, right, Chris?
That's a good point, Chris. Many people don't realize the electromagnetic force is much stronger than gravity. It dominates the world we live in.
I don't think so, Al. Nothing's stronger than gravity.
Actually, gravity is the weakest of all four forces interacting in nature. Take a look at these stats.
Whoa, that's unbelievable. The electromagnetic force is 10 to the 36 times stronger than gravity? Then why doesn't it overpower gravity and launch us all off of the face of the Earth?
Well, the electromagnetic force is far more powerful, but the repulsive force between electrons is partly cancelled out by attractive force between the electrons of one atom and the positively charged protons of another. That's right, Chris. The electromagnetic force has a love-hate relationship with himself.
All right, maybe so, but the electromagnetic force isn't the strongest known force by far. Just take a look at these numbers. The strong nuclear force is 100 times stronger than the electromagnetic force and 10 to the 38 times stronger than gravity.
True, but both the strong and weak nuclear forces have pitiful range compared to gravity. And gravity gets more and more powerful in proportion to mass, so it dominates when moons, planets, and stars enter the ring.
Oh, you make a good point, Chris. If the weak nuclear force has such a pathetic range, and he's so much weaker than both the strong nuclear and electromagnetic forces, he's just going to get whooped on by everybody, right?
Well, he's the dark horse in this fight, so don't underestimate him. His cheap shots can slip past the strong nuclear force's defense, destabilizing nuclei to create some serious radioactive decay.
Oh, hold up. It looks like the fight has started. It looks like we've got a bit of a stalemate here.
Oh, how sad.
Nobody seems to be...
If you were smart, you'd watch one of our other videos instead. We have links in the description below to research opportunities for BYU undergrads and more science.